So
your budget was too tight.
it wasn't tight. It was fixed. Like
At least it was your mom's offers.
not
Now
my mom's offers. The offers my mom sent me for. You want to make people look like I cooked my mom. Finding out you are in a relationship for 2 months alone. Guys like, you can now go back. So I open my arm like, hey. Like, where are my colleagues? Like, we were many here. What happened?
So who doesn't love a good story? Okay, me, I love to hear them. I love to tell them. I love to be part of them. So, yeah, my name is Cotilda. And this is Favorite Stories. My favorite stories with my favorite people. So today, Don Andre.
Yes.
How should I introduce you? These people don't know you. They don't know you. I think you have a serious CV.
You know the achievements I have. So
I start from there.
Start from there. Add in a few countries so that.
This guy has a record of surviving unemployment for how many years? How many years have you been?
As long as I've lived, so.
For as long as he has lived, he has been
experience.
very unemployed and he has figured out how to work with it. And yeah, so he makes people laugh for a living, mostly to laugh at unemployment.
Do you have any guys who use taxis, yeah? Guys who use taxis? Come on, don't make me look like I'm the only broke one. Yeah.
And where it has taken him. But also, that aside, he is the brains behind the Funny Bunny Comedy Club. See, when you say such
CEO,
things, he is the CEO. I am sorry, let me do it. He is the CEO of Funny Bunny. Hey, it sounds heavy.
Funny Bunny Comedy Club.
Umbe, you don't even write checks. This guy pays us in cash.
And some days I'll be like, you'll understand.
You've seen what has happened. You know, you saw the people. Didn't you count them? Man, Don Andre. No, I have said enough. Like I said, it's my favorite stories with my favorite people. Don Andre.
Yes, please.
How did it happen? Where was it? Who was there?
Man.
Why? All the 5 W's, I want them.
On top of the unemployment in Uganda, I've gone through some crazy things like this one was in church, actually.
Wait a minute.
You've been to church?
It was after
I'm
a long
sorry.
time. It was after a long time. Okay. So I decided, I was there in my bed, so I'm like, tomorrow, at least wake up, go for the 7 a.m. service. So I prepare in the morning, wake up, go to church. Because when you've defaulted, when they are demanding you some church.
You sat in the pastor's chair, what?
No, I could not even cross that region. Okay. So I sat in the middle of church. It's a big church, like a huge one, goes all the way down. So I sat in the middle, the middle section. So we are there. They were interceding, those moments where they first make you feel like, like God is seated next to you.
Yeah, when they're gearing up, the atmosphere changes.
The opening acts of church. The guys who first take the church around now, so right now, at this moment, Jesus is right next to you. Tell him your problem. Tell him. And they are whispering, Jesus, rent is taking me. I think at some point, even Jesus was like, let me try the other guy.
So your problems are men.
The intercession was good. So the problem with church, when you, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's the spirit. When you close your eye during that session, you feel touched.
Yeah.
Like you're really touched. So I was touched. And as they were praying, they were now calling on the main pastor to then they were like, before we call the pastor, if you're down there, you're struggling with something. Yeah. There's something, you don't have to say it loud, you know it.
This church is beginning to sound familiar, but keep going.
That's where now you beat a torch inside your life. You're like, but you have this one, you have this problem. So I was like, you're like, just stand up, please. Just if you have, that's the trick they use. Just stand up if you have something, so that I can pray for you.
Say what the problem was.
It
was that heavy.
I didn't even tell Jesus. Why would I tell you? So I stand up and. They initiated the phase 2. Yeah. When I stand there, like, just walk to the front. Just walk to the front so that we can pray for you. I was like, Then I saw a couple of guys going. People are now many in front.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we are many. So I go there, and we are standing. So now they are praying for us. The pastors are touching our heads. So you can hear the prayer over the mic.
Yes.
So I made a mistake of closing my eyes.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
So I thought, because there were like 5 pastors
Yeah.
passing around, they touch your head, they continue. So I thought all these guys were doing rounds of prayer, their own prayer, passing and touching you. So the prayers continued for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
My eyes are closed, my hands are up, I'm in the spirit.
Okay.
And then someone just came and whispered in my ear.
Yeah.
It's like, you can now go back. Then I opened
Why
my
you?
eyes. I was alone in front.
Oh my God. How did
No.
I was the only guy there. Like, I was the one holding the service back. Like, where are my colleagues? Like, we were many here. What happened? Yo, that was the longest walk in my life.
my
So I had to pretend,
Have
do
you
some,
been to
do
that?
some
Have you
signs.
gone back to that church, sis?
No, I've not gone back.
But you know,
I'm still.
people come to
Yo.
church and leave. Probably no one remembers you.
Can
there.
you-
No, I think they
No,
know me.
we will escort you.
Because there's
there
a
on-
projector, so I'm sure they
Ladies
even
and
put my
gentlemen.
face on the projector.
We got him.
I'm sure the church was asking, what kind of problem is this guy having? Like,
for him to.
he has
still
failed
be
to leave.
there.
Like what is it? So I had to make a fake sign of the cross there. And some inaudible prayers just to. That was a long walk, but I made it.
Yeah.
I made it.
Did you give offering that Sunday?
I went with it to cool down myself. Like I got myself some cool drink. I was like, no, God will understand this
I didn't
one.
expect your first story to be out of church. Like,
Man, it was in church. So
you look like the guy who disappears with the offering.
no, they don't even allow me close to it. I don't know why. I think it's just a spiritual thing. I'm always like way back these ends.
So where else has something memorable happened? Like that story that each time you have to narrate, you want people to buy popcorn just so they can hear it.
Memorable. This was, I think, my first love. I must say.
Why did
Don't
you have
ask
to go
me-
there? When you bring things of love, me, I want to leave.
So no, don't leave. This is your home. Where are you going? Who is going to serve us food?
Ah man, those things bring. Now people are going to start crying before you tell your story. Because
know, it was-
if it's memorable, I don't think it's in the right direction.
It was. Let's hear it and we judge. Because
Okay.
for me, at least I won't pretend. Okay, this was my first love. We met, and like she knew me. By then, I'd already started comedy. I was doing open mics. Meanwhile, you know how women open mics, they don't pay. You use your transport. They don't pay you, but
Don't Andrew,
when
not only open mics.
no, let's make it look like we are making money.
Okay.
So by then, I was still doing open mics. These are non-paying shows. You
Yeah.
just show up, you perform, go home with the pride of I was on stage.
Definitely.
So this chick was watching me and she was like, yo, this guy is a star.
Of course.
This guy has the money and all that. So we started talking. I took a number. We started talking.
Yeah.
We scheduled a date, our first date.
I like where this is going. Where was the first date?
Some demolished restaurant along Ngolowi.
But
right
this
now,
relationship keeps
right
getting
now
worse.
it doesn't exist. But I remember that every time I passed there, like my eyes just, because I know it. It was my first date, so we agreed to go on a date. Then I saved up some money. Then 5 months later, it happened.
5 months.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Scotty, I was doing open mics. 5 months. I had to save that money. I had to go. So in
Could
those.
she still remember you, or you had
You
to
know,
make one
I
of
had
those
a lot
phone
of-
calls of, the guy, the one who,
No, we were talking
the one who took your number 5 months ago. Finally,
from the show
date.
after.
No, I didn't ghost you. I was still filling
So-
the car box.
The good thing, I had stories for like all those months. I had
Yeah.
stories, so I kept feeding her in with stories, jokes
You know.
here and there. Oh, I'm busy. What? We are traveling. You know our things. So she believed in me. That's one thing I loved so much about her.
Oh,
So we went on our first date.
Sensational.
And I first, before the date, I made sure I went to the restaurant to scout.
The
Because
prices,
I didn't want
they
any.
don't surprise you.
Exactly. So I went, I found out a pizza was, I think, like 22.
Yeah.
A soda was 3K.
Yeah,
So I'm
we are
like,
good.
pizza, soda, that's around 28. Then like a 5K for transport. So
Your budget was too tight.
it wasn't tight. It was fixed. Like it was a fixed budget. So the day comes. I tell her, you come here to this restaurant. It was a nice Italian restaurant. Around the I'm not easy. I'm not easy. Even in the scouting, I spotted where we could sit and people don't disturb us.
You
know
thought
those
it would
things.
get cozy with your fixed budget.
So, don't do this to me. It was love. You know,
We
love.
need to manage your dreams, your expectations.
Love with love. Even if it is fixed, it will work. So, trust me, it worked.
Anyway, it's your story. Continue.
The date was nice. We got ourselves a pizza.
Those things.
The guy
What's
came,
your
is like,
favorite
sir,
color?
are you taking large and medium, sir, medium beef. Don't try to. Then what are you having? I'm like Coca-Cola. Thank God.
Don't check. You're not about to ask something else.
Then she also got a soda.
You
So
breathed.
I was on spot. So it happened. We ate. We finished. So we were there. After eating, of course.
You're feeling victorious.
There, touching the ears to celebrate the date. And then this foolish waiter comes. He's like, son, would you guys love some ice cream? I'm like, bro, no, we are very good. I'm like, we are okay. We are actually late. She stays very far. I have to.
She's like, no, actually, no. I have time.
She was a very supportive partner.
No way.
That's what I loved
Now
about
I'm
her.
starting to wonder why we don't call this girl here to tell her side of the story.
Okay, after the date, time passed, some more 2 months, and I met her in town.
Yeah.
I met her in town. We were not talking anymore like we used to.
Only 2?
After 2 months, I met her in town, and she was there, like around Uganda House. I'm like, hey, baby, what happened? She's like, we broke up.
What?
No?
I'm like, you and who? We broke. I'm like, no, you didn't tell me. Like, and then, finding out you are in a relationship for 2 months alone. So we broke up, and it ended. I didn't know. Me, I was still in love. And I used to send messages every day, and sometimes she doesn't respond. Me, I thought she was busy. You know those things. I didn't know that was ghosting.
Don Andre,
So,
do you know that the story you have just told is going to heal a lot of women?
yes, they have to heal because these things happen.
Don Andre,
So,
I don't know if your agenda is proud of what you have
it
just
was, it was a long day. On top of that, she was with the mom in town. So then I think the mom saw me talking to her.
Yeah.
Then the mom comes and whispers to her, like, be very careful. There are a lot of buffet in town. I'm like, my mom-in-law, like, you are supposed to be my mother-in-law. So now I look like a mufere. That was... Koti, I thought you had tissue.
No, I swear I didn't plan for this. I didn't know this stuff would get a moment of silence for Don Andre
These things of
and
money.
all the ghosted viewers out there.
So when I was going home from
And
that...
you were already a star.
Yes, I was a star.
Yeah.
So...
People look up to you, Don Andre.
So...
This stuff is heartbreaking.
No, don't cry yet. So...
Yet,
Don't
there
cry
is
yet.
more.
So I had to go home. I could not sleep in town. So I was there and I was going home with my heartbreak. Sat in the taxi going home. Then my mom called and said, hey, I'm sending you some money. You buy some food and bring it home.
Yeah.
She said offers, to be
Yes.
specific. Sent me for offers, a kilo of offers. So I bought it. I'm like, at least I want to eat something stomach warming
Yeah.
after this heartbreak. So, after buying, I'm crossing the road to go home. Doesn't the Kavera tear, then the offers pour on the stage, the Boda stage. I look back and they're like, you know, when you tell the guy, you'd be like, first cut for me in pieces. Eh? And
You couldn't even grab
they
the
were like
offer
they were
as
like in a
one.
line like prrrr, on a border stage. How could
Don Andre, you left the village without saying farewell to your ancestors.
that's why I need to go back, I think. Because
On the same
one
day. All on the same day.
now that you've talked about it.
No. Actually, maybe we should say it was her.
Yes, she was the problem. I think I feel you know
Let's
that
heal you also. Let's heal you also. She
makes
was
sense.
the problem. Because if you hadn't bumped into her, your offers wouldn't have poured.
exactly. So and I think this is what they say, that when they say there are some people who are cursed, when you're with them, things go.
That is it.
She
that
was
was
the
your
one.
sign that your things would have kept pouring.
She was the one.
At least it was your mom's offers.
Not
Now
my
we-
mom's offers. The offers my mom sent me for. You want to make people look like I cooked my mom. So, Cotilda, I came all the way to your place to tell you those stories of mine.
But, you have now been a creative for how many years?
7.
So,
Crossing
at
to
least
8.
what is that one lesson that you feel you can now tell people? Like, when they wake you up, you can be, don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in comedy.
Yeah, it's the space you operate in,
yeah.
the creative space, not just in comedy, because some people don't know that besides being a performer yourself,
Yes.
you have also worked behind the scenes for Ankansime.
Yes.
You've done this for a bunch of shows,
Yes.
not just your own, and also directed, by the way, he has for some other comedians as well. So that is, the CV is rich, eh? So forget the other.
Continue.
The one now, who's current.
More fire.
So please.
In the creative industry, with the experience I have, I can gladly tell someone, be ready for what you're coming for.
Yeah.
Like, be ready for it. Because it's creative. You have to use your mind.
Oh.
Like, creative
literally
means you're using your mind. You are born with it.
Yeah.
So you just have to nurture it and keep learning every day. So be ready to learn every day, because you might think, I know it all, I'm talented in this, but once you get into the creative space where there are other creatives, be ready to learn, have the patience and persistence.
Yeah.
Without those ones, I don't think you can go far in this creative industry.
Don Andre,
Yes, please.
7 years in the creative space.
Yeah. With 2
I
dead
know
years.
how the
Those ones
pockets.
count. The 2 dead years of COVID.
Yes.
They count.
Are they part of the 7?
Yeah, they're part of the 7.
Okay. No, those ones we count them as 5 years because they pain. Man, at some point, creatives, we almost
Just
gave up.
shut down and...
What has kept you going throughout this whole 7 years is quite a stretch.
Yeah, it is. And I think what has kept me going has always been the passion. Because first of all, I didn't know something that's called stand-up existed.
Oh.
Yeah, I just knew. Yeah, you guys be home, you tell stories and people laugh and all that. Then friends kept pushing me. I remember friends in high school, family, someone, hey, you guys, you're funny, you should try comedy. Hey, you're funny, you should try comedy. So I was like, yeah, let me give it a shot.
Do you still remember your first comedy show?
Yeah, I remember it.
Venue.
How I joined comedy, first of all.
Yes.
I met after the pressure. And remember, I used to watch Mike Check now. Those days. Seeing the likes of Daniel O'Mara on TV. I'm like, if this Lao man can do it, I think I can also do it. I thought it was just a thing that comes with... So, there's a random day I found Afande Kere Kere doing some promotion of some company, some telecom company in my area. I gathered enough gas. I went to him. I'm like, I want to start doing what you guys are doing. Can I get your number? The guy refused. He said, if you're serious, you want to come and you will come and rehearse. Like, come and audition.
Did he give you the venue?
Yes, he gave me the venue. That was Laughters.
Yes.
Yeah, then. So that's how my comedy journey started.
Who did you find at Laughters? Because you're scared to mention. What happened in that audition?
Hey.
Do you remember the joke you told?
I came to Laughters. I thought it was easy, like you,
Yes.
because I was funny at home. That one I was very sure, 100%. So I go to Laughters,
Yeah.
and we're there waiting. I thought we were like special people coming in. They start working on us, and then there you are. Napoleon walks in. Then Cotilda walks in.
Yeah.
They're very serious. They first go and have their lunch. They take their soda. And they're like, yes, you guys come and we start. I'm like, start what? They're like, remember, these are people I've seen on TV.
That's why you were scared to mention it, because I was there.
Hey, you might edit me out. Edit out of his house.
Continue.
So, and the auditions, I'm sure you don't even remember them.
I
Because you've
don't.
been
That's
handling
why.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
You were actually on that panel. The first people I met to audition. Remember, I've seen you guys. I've seen you guys on TV. I'm like, how am I going to do this? So they're like, you start. Go there. Hey, do your jokes. Meanwhile, I'm looking at your faces.
Is that your joke?
I'm
How
looking
you
at
were
your faces.
delivering your joke?
I'm even embarrassed.
Yeah.
I embarrassed myself. I thought after you guys were going to stand up, clap for me,
Yeah.
and say, on Wednesday, come and perform.
What did we say?
Silence. And then they're like, you know what you want to do? Your jokes are not yet they're not yet ready for stage. So you will go back and you adjust this, and then you come back next week.
How long did you do the
I
adjusting?
did that for 2 months. You guys were chasing me every week.
Hey,
I'm
that
not
is
supposed
a
to be
lot
pointing
of
at you in your
transport.
house. Yeah, that's the sacrifice. So those are one of the things that kept me going. So, and my first show was at Waikiki, the neighboring
Yes.
place, where there was an open mic. I think it was a paying show, but it was still also like an open mic setting. Because now from there I ran away.
You realized
I was like,
that
these people are too serious. They want me to fail. So
you went for those who are actually coming up like yourself.
exactly. So I went where there were other starting comedians.
Yes.
I found the same process. You have to audition. I was like,
How many months did you do there?
but there I was serious a bit.
You had now
because I had made up
revised
my
the
mind.
jokes enough.
So I made it, and they said, you're performing next week. I was the happiest person you'd ever see.
That was, how did you do?
After this, I called my friends. I'm like, guys, come.
Hey, why would you do that?
I didn't know. I thought after the show, we're going to shout, everyone jumps.
Don't.
So I called my friends. They came, they watched. I think I did fairly well,
Yeah.
like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but comedian standard, it was, right now when I look at it,
You're like,
it was a 4 out of 10.
2.
4. Were you there? It was 4. And remember there, people were on 2, 1, 2. So
okay.
I, as a new guy, I did well. And people laughed.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, yo, guys, how was it? Guys were like, hey, it was good. Only if,
When people start, there is that tone which has a bat in it. When it goes up a little bit, it was.
If only you do like, I'm like, but
You
I
guys
kept.
are not even funny.
But I kept going. Because it was. I felt like I'd already gone into deep.
Yes.
Because with creative arts, I don't know how it works with but comedy.
Yes.
It's like a cult.
Oh yeah.
Once you show your face like this,
You're finished.
you're finished. You've joined. They'll be like, hey, this is the guy who used to do comedy. This is the guy who tried comedy. So,
Oh my. Okay, this is the one thing I would like. In comedy, we have something called dying.
Yes.
Like, you get on stage, and instead of your jokes killing the audience, you die. Do you remember the first time you died?
The first
Because you're not going to tell anyone you've never died.
Yeah, I've died.
No, me, I died properly. Like, I died. So that time when you died.
I've died many times in my career, so I have like, those are things you want to rub off your head,
Yes.
but they remain there.
Okay,
But
now
I've-
this is more of a entrepreneur or financial side of things.
Yes.
How do you manage to make, because I feel like creatives in Uganda are a lot like fishermen.
Yeah.
Like today you make some money, it's such a gig economy.
Yes.
And there's so many days that it's just a dry spell.
Yeah.
So how have you managed to keep, and what would you tell someone who's actually determined to come into this space? Because many people don't know that a lot of the creatives we have here are not just dropouts.
Yeah.
They have something, whether they may not have gone to the tertiary level of education, they actually have some things they are passionate about.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to balance that? Like, what do you do for your financial health?
For financial health, as you've termed it,
Yes.
first time I'm hearing it.
It's the same way you have physical health, mental health. There is financial health.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've been surviving. And for survival,
Yes.
what I've been doing as a creative, of course, the money comes in. Yes, it comes in, not very fast.
Yes.
As you think, someone might think I'm telling them, you come today and you get.
Actually.
You
there's
work
that
for
belief.
it. Over the years, the money keeps coming in. And sometimes it's a lump sum. It comes in at once.
Yes.
You want to do a gig of like you can even do like 20 minutes. And it comes in very good money.
Yeah.
So I always make sure at least I do the necessary things before.
Yes.
Like I do some bit of saving. I
At
buy
least you
things
pay
I
the
need.
bills that were long overdue.
Exactly. I pay the bills, the ones which I know will stress me.
Yes.
Because, the things like where you're staying, of course, you start with those ones, rent.
Yeah.
So that, because as a creative, you need your mind to be, because when you don't pay rent, even if a cat passes on the compound, you're like, that's the landlord. Like, so I always start with those ones, the most important ones.
Yes.
And then I use some of the money to brand myself, get myself some nice clothes, shoes, what to wear to look good. And and I think, and also I work, I do other things. It's not just through comedy that I make my money.
Yes.
There are other things I do, like the skills you talked of. I studied multimedia. I know how to edit, graphics, but with time, comedy like took me up so much, but I still know people who know me for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so every so often when the hunger is real,
Exactly.
you first go and make some design some graphics.
Exactly.
in one
I
corner.
even do photography. I used to be a photographer. Yeah. But a food photographer whereby like they call you on order. Like we're making a new menu, so you find me there. If you find me taking food, pass.
And Andre, you've created that
Don't-
one. That one you've created it from here.
You.
We need proof. We
I have
need
a CV. There's a menu. Whenever I look at, I'm like, I took these photos. So for
Did
financial,
it come with the testing?
yes, of course, it comes with the testing and the money. So
Wow, they paid you in food. You won't say now, but they paid him in food.
But so financial health, you need to do whatever you can do.
Yes.
Whatever your body can do, not your body, whatever the abilities you have.
Yes.
Yeah, you can anything. What you can do, you do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean if you're a stand-up comedian, all your money has to be fixed from performance.
stand-up comedy,
Yes, so you have to be entrepreneur with that. Whatever
Your
you
mind has to work beyond that.
do. Yeah, open up, know the product you're showing the public. Like I always tell young comics, I sell comedy. I sell this as a stand-up comedian, but there are other things I do.
Yes.
Yeah, find me in a washing bay washing. I wash like 5 cars, then I go and sit somewhere nice and I drink something nice, and people are like, hey, this comedian has money. I don't know, I was washing V8. Yeah. So it's just multiple sources of income. That's how your pocket can be healthy.
Yeah, definitely for you can. If even the guys who are in the corporate sector during lunch break are selling jewelry, who are you as a creative to have only one stream
one
of
source.
income? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, Don Andre happens to host. Like I said, he's the CEO of the Funny Bunny.
Yeah.
This comedy club runs every last Tuesday of the month, right?
Yeah,
every
last
last Tuesday
Tuesday.
of the month at Wombo Restaurant on George Street. So you can pass by. Not you can, actually. You should pass
should.
by and hear many
They
more
must
of these.
come.
Eh,
Sorry.
I was on your side until it became must. But yeah, you definitely should pass by.
Yeah.
And this one, now, this is the one where I will say you must. For the 7 years he has spent doing comedy,
Yeah.
surely unemployed but funny.
Yeah.
Unemployed but funny is coming up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
August 30th.
That's a good man right there.
My comedy
If you
special.
don't-
Come and we'll laugh at my sadness.
Yeah, you tell them.
So
Tell them to
who
come.
do I tell? You.
No, that is not where you look. Where were you looking before?
I'm looking.
You are looking at me the whole time. Show this guy a camera. I think the other one.
Where?
Look there.
This one?
Yeah.
So on the 30th of August 2024, I'm having my comedy special titled Unemployed But Funny at the National Theatre. So please come through, support me. It's my first one-man show. It's where I perform for like 1 hour, 2, if you guys are enjoying 3.
It doesn't
So-
matter how much we pay you.
Yeah, it
for as
doesn't
long
matter.
as you're enjoying.
Only 30,000 single. Then if you're getting 2 tickets at once, 50,000. 30th of August 2024.
Well, I'll be there. Like I told you,
Yeah.
a good story has a way of getting me up. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter where. As long as there is a good story, just know my ears are like. So my name is Cotilda. Like I said, I'll be bringing you my favorite stories with my favorite people.